cause of Sargasm. Tobago police crack down on drug trafficking with recent busts. Tobagonians warned of sophisticated scams draining bank accounts. And the Tobago Aqua Warriors bag medals and set new records at a recent swim meet. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Wednesday, 16th July 2025. To our top story this evening. As Sargasm once again begins to blanket Tobago's coastlines, it's affecting some key tourist spots. This has prompted the Tobago House of Assembly through the Pigeon Point Heritage Park Management and other key stakeholders to take action, initiating cleanup efforts aimed at preserving the island's tourism and marine environment. One reef tour operator, Michael Frank, spoke with us. AMPLIA Balgobin has the details.
While the Sargasm may not pose as a serious threat to large boat operators, fishermen and jet ski operators are facing significant challenges as a result of the seaweed's buildup.
Well, as you know, Sargasm is a problem for all boaters. May it be fishermen or it may be reef tour operators, because the Sargasm could get into your system, into your propellers, especially if you have jet skis, and create a major problem. For the fishermen, it's a problem because they can't fish properly if they are doing trolling. The Sargasm are going to be picked up in their line, and it's a constant problem generally. Even the bathers has problem because, of course, with Sargasm there are lots of small insects and fishes in between that can create serious havoc for people in the water.
The Sargasm currently affecting Tobago is severe, but the worst may be yet to come as climate change continues to intensify.
But remember, Sargasm is coming from the Atlantic Ocean. There's a belt out there that produces loads volume of Sargasm. And with the input of climate change, for instance, what happens is that more is producing. It's a bountiful flow. Also from the Amazon, they help to create the environment to make it boom more. That is causing more and more Sargasm to come here.
Many vendors operating within the Storby vicinity reported little to no impact of the foul stench typically associated with the Sargasm. This was mainly due to the swift action by the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, along with assistance from several boat operators who came out early to help clear the beaches. Their timely efforts helped minimize disruption to businesses and maintain a welcoming environment for visitors. This is AMPLIA Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Trinidad and Tobago's strategic location has long made it a critical transshipment point in the international drug trade. Now, Tobago police are reporting significant victories in their fight against narcotics, even as they uncover worrying new trends. Reporter Jewel Green-George has the details.
It's a battle being fought on land and at sea. Law enforcement in Tobago is intensifying its crackdown on the drug trade, a key node on the route from South America to Europe and North America. Recent successes highlight the scale of the challenge. Inspector Mahalia Bacchus of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service detailed one major operation in the coastal village of Castara, a popular tourist spot.
The Tobago division has continued to do good work in our space. I'm happy to report last week we were able to destroy a very large marijuana field.
The fight extends to the island's maritime borders. Just last month, joint operations involving the TTPS and U.S. agencies led to the seizure of a sailboat that left Trinidadian waters carrying over 1,600 kilograms of cocaine, valued at $25 million. This reflects a broader strategy to intercept drugs before they move further along the trafficking chain. Inspector Bacchus points to another recent success right in Tobago's main port.
That we had a major drug bust as well, where a vehicle was intercepted with a quantity of marijuana coming off the vessel in Scarborough.
But even as police seize large quantities of marijuana, a more alarming trend is emerging. Authorities report a noticeable increase in arrests for cocaine possession. This suggests that Tobago isn't just a transit point anymore, but is developing a local user base for hard drugs, a development the TTPS finds deeply worrying.
For the past week or so, we had at least over approximately 10 persons being charged for possession of cocaine, which indicates to us that we probably have a serious problem in our space here in Tobago that needs to be dealt with.
As police celebrate their recent seizures, they are also bracing for a difficult fight ahead, battling the dual threats of large-scale trafficking and growing local consumption. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
Well, there is a new and insidious threat growing in Tobago. Not in its pristine beaches, but in the cyberspace. Residents are being targeted by increasingly sophisticated online scams, costing them their life savings. We go now to Jewel Green George for the details.
It's a warning being echoed across the twin island nation of Trinidad and Tobago. As digital banking grows with over 2 million online banking site visits recorded recently, so do the opportunities for criminals. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, or TTPS, is issuing an urgent alert, particularly in Tobago, over a surge in online fraud. Inspector Mahalia Bacchus of the TTPS says the schemes are varied and effective, preying on the public's trust and their search for a good deal. One of the most common involves the sale of vehicles online.
We are getting a lot of reports where people are paying monies for things that they haven't received, particularly vehicles. They are seeing advertisements on the Facebook space and different areas, and people are parting with their monies without doing their due checks and diligences to make sure that who they are sending it to is a legitimate person or company or such.
The methods are becoming more advanced. The TTPS Fraud Squad has observed a significant increase in phishing attacks, where criminals send deceptive text messages or emails to deceive the victims. These messages often appear to be official alerts from a bank, tricking victims into clicking on malicious links. Once they do, their financial information is compromised. Inspector Bacchus warns that a single click is all it takes.
Another thing where people are losing money is from receiving messages and pressing links, and when you look, your entire account is wiped out. Right now, the banks, you have to look at the authenticity and messages that the bank send to you. They seldom ever ask you for personal information in any email or such, right? Or even a phone call.
Police say the criminal's greatest weapon is human psychology, the powerful allure of a deal that seems too good to pass up. It's this impulse that investigators see as the final, crucial step in these devastating financial crimes.
Sometimes the price, and which is supposed to be an alert to you, right? That's something so cheap, and it can't be that easy.
Authorities are urging the public to verify every online transaction, to call their banks directly if they receive a suspicious message, and to remember that if a deal looks too good to be true, it almost certainly is. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
We'll go to a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
The Tobago Heritage Festival 2025 this week has the highly anticipated Folk Fiesta on Tuesday, July 15th at the Shore Park Complex from 3 p.m. We Tambourine Story 2, July 16th at the Hope Community Center. Youth Quake, July 17th at the Shore Park Complex. Courtship Codes, July 18th at the Golden Lane Government Primary School. Tobago Old Time Wedding in Mariah, July 19th. And then we head to Mason Hall on Sunday, July 20th for the games we used to play.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
Hello, New York!
Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. But hey, I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Welcome back. While official statistics show a general decline in burglaries over the past decade in Trinidad and Tobago, the fear of violent home invasions remains a top concern for residents. Police are now focusing on public education, urging citizens to take proactive steps to prevent themselves from becoming targets. Here's more.
It's a crime that violates the ultimate sanctuary, your home. While the term home invasion is what the public uses, police in Trinidad and Tobago classify these terrifying events as burglary or robbery. And according to Inspector Bacchus of the TTPS, preventing them begins before a criminal ever reaches your door. The first line of defense, she says, is simple observation, what law enforcement calls situational awareness.
To develop what we call situational awareness, right? Really looking around you, seeing what is different taking place. Sometimes a vehicle might be surveilling your home for an entire day, and some people would not recognize that this strange vehicle is passing up and down, right? Some of the things we need to do is take note of things that are suspicious to us.
Beyond awareness, police are pushing for physical deterrence. Crime Stoppers Trinidad and Tobago advises that solid core doors and deadbolt locks are essential. But in today's digital age, the most powerful tool can be a camera. Inspector Bacchus stresses that a well-placed CCTV system does more than just record a crime. It can actively prevent one by making your home a less appealing target.
So we are saying invest in your CCTV cameras and good systems. One of the things I speak to people about is sharing your camera, one of your cameras with law enforcement. People have 30 cameras in their house. And when something happens and the police has to look at the footage or whatever, all facing down the ground or somewhere that might not be useful to you to help to solve your crime. So sometimes you face one towards the roadway, the entrance coming into the house, or that same car, we might be able to see it passing 3-4 times, and then the person carried out the act and might be able to help us to use that information to solve the matter.
Perhaps the most modern piece of advice addresses a common habit, sharing your lives on social media. Police warn that posting holiday photos or travel updates in real time is like putting up a sign telling criminals that your home is empty and vulnerable. It's a digital invitation that can have devastating real-world consequences.
And people are traveling, and everybody wants to put up those photos whilst they're outside. We try to discourage people from doing that. Put them up on your comeback. Because you don't know who is seeing your profiles, whether Facebook or Instagram, and they're seeing you in Rome. You ain't coming back now, right? So whilst they're having a good time in your house, you're far, far away.
The message from law enforcement is clear. Securing your home is a multi-layered strategy, combining neighborhood vigilance, physical fortifications, and digital caution. Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
To some other news now. Education Ministry initiates grant payments for 20,000 students. As the academic year approaches, the ministry has begun processing payments for its $20 million school supplies and book grant. This vital initiative will provide $1,000 to 20,000 eligible students in government-assisted primary and secondary schools. The grant prioritizes support for vulnerable families, including those receiving public assistance, the unemployed, and individuals with disabilities. Successful applicants will be directly notified via email. Education Minister Dr. Michael Dowlath emphasized the program's role in easing financial burdens on families, reinforcing the government's commitment to equitable educational access. The ministry thanks applicants for their patience as distributions continue. Now, Tobago Updates contacted officials at the Division of Education to determine if Tobagonians were among the 20,000 students, but as of the time of this newscast, we have not received confirmation. While a small but mighty team of swimmers from Tobago is making big waves on the national sporting scene. The 6-member contingent from the Tobago YMCA Aqua Warriors punched well above their weight at the recent ASAT National Short Course Age Group Championships in Trinidad, returning home with a haul of 9 medals, a new national record, and a top trophy. Here's more.
The championships held at the National Aquatic Center saw the Tobago team go head-to-head with the nation's best. Their performance has been a source of immense pride and a testament to their rigorous preparation, with every single member of the team earning a spot in the finals. Veteran national athlete Ornella Walker was a standout, smashing her own 18 and over national record in the 50-meter backstroke with a new time of 28.55 seconds. Walker also secured 4 gold medals and the second-place overall High Point trophy in her category. The team's coach, Mozi Dinoon, who also competed, says the result is a culmination of months of intense dedication.
A really exciting moment for the team. It kind of puts together a combination of all the different months of preparation and training between myself and Coach Rochelle that we put into the athletes. To go down there and come back with 9 medals.
The young swimmers also shone brightly. 13-year-old Amaya Henry clinched silver and bronze, while Michaela Oliver and Antonio Jordan also posted strong performances.
And it's the dedication and the determination of the athletes that really push them through and get them to where they need to be. Big shout out to the parents and the support systems that we have within the club and themselves that they wake up and they bring the athletes to training, especially when we have the 5 a.m. training session, which happens 4 times a week.
Despite these victories, the team says more corporate support is needed to help Tobago's swimming talent overcome systemic challenges and reach its full potential.
I think to truly advance competitive swimming in Tobago would definitely have to try and get constant investment from corporate, to help with equipment, help with gears, help with getting the athletes down to these national championships, help putting on more swimming championships, especially in Tobago, that can help, get them.
The Aquatic Warriors will next compete at their home event, the Tobago YMCA Invitational, in August. Coach Danoon believes building on this momentum requires a community-wide effort.
It's a wonderful sport, and we're trying to get everybody to join in, So the more people that join in, the more buy-in that we have into the sport, financial buy-in as well, would definitely help propel these athletes to stratosphere.
Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
My name is Tina Macmillan, your last year's third place winner and the Miss Photogenic for last year's Miss Heritage Personality Show. And this year, I want to carry you with me for my Tobago Heritage experience. I'll be hosting With Tobago Updates, bringing you live coverage behind the scenes and also their giveaways, tickets to the heritage events, and a 2-night stay to the Manzolina Grand. So you need to stay locked on to Tobago Updates on all their social media platforms, Kina Macmillan on Facebook and originalmedusa.tt on TikTok. My Tobago Heritage experience with Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back. Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back. Do something and do something.
The Tobago Heritage Festival 2025. This week has the highly anticipated Folk Fiesta on Tuesday, July 15th at the Shore Park Complex from 3 p.m. We Tambrin Story 2, July 16th at the Hope Community Center. Youth Quake, July 17th at the Shore Park Complex. Courtship Codes, July 18th at the Golden Lane Government Primary School. Tobago Old Time Wedding in Mariah, July 19th. And then we head to Mason Hall on Sunday, July 20th for the games we used to play.
The Shore Park complex was filled with rhythm, color, and cultural pride last night as the Folk Fiesta Heritage Show took center stage under the theme Time Longer Than Twine. The event, part of the annual Tobago Heritage Festival, was more than a cultural showcase. It was a fierce but friendly competition. Groups from across the island competed in various traditional categories. Each act brought something unique to the stage. Here's more.
Adelaide, man call ya. Adelaide, man call ya. What Benny do make she throw away the ring, oh, me no know, girl, me no know. What Benny do make she throw away the ring, oh, me no know, girl, me no know. What Benny do make she throw away the ring.
Stop your oh, Mr. Villa. Oh, ha, hi. Appear Spitfire. Appear, I say, to be me, Babool, right here. Drag your boy, Mr. Villa.
Go walk down there. Holy man fire go walk down there. Holy man fire go walk down there. Holy man fire go walk down there. Oh, tell them man fire go walk down there. Holy man fire go walk down there. Hey, holy man fire go walk down there.
The spirit of tradition was alive at the Shore Park complex on Tuesday night as the Folk Fiesta Heritage Show honored two of Tobago's cultural icons, Lawrence Crooks and Sandra Gopal, for the lasting footprints they have left on the island's heritage. Their contributions were celebrated with a heartfelt tribute as organizers encouraged their younger generation to continue preserving and promoting Tobago's rich culture. The evening also featured intense competition across several categories. CTD Academy claimed the top spot in the spiritual song choir category with a powerful, soul-stirring performance. In the dramology segment, it was the Charlottesville Police Youth Club who stole the show with their thunderous rhythmic drumming. Encore Dance Theatre emerged victorious in the African-influenced folk dance category, impressing both judges and the audience with their expressive choreography and energy. Winners walked away with $10,000, while second and third place groups received $8,000 and $6,000 respectively. Despite the competitive element, most groups left the event feeling like champions, having proudly showcased Tobago's cultural legacy on one of its biggest stages. This is AMPLIA Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
As the Tobago October Carnival season approaches, Tobago's band launch festivities are officially underway, with Iconic Mass leading the charge. The popular mass band hosted a vibrant virtual launch last night, unveiling their 2025 presentation titled Tropical Bliss. Streamed live on social media, the event showcased a stunning array of costumes inspired by the lush beauty of the rainforest. Sections such as Coral Kiss, Solar Blaze, Desert Rose captivated online viewers with their intricate beadwork, bold feathers, and tropical flair. Here's more.
Band leader Dexter Sandy says the theme is a celebration of nature's color and carnival's energy. He noted that the virtual format allowed masqueraders from across the globe to tune in and be a part of the experience.
Iconic Mass, we were able to deliver virtually our 2025 Tropical Bliss theme. It's something that we've been working on very hard for the past 5 months. You know, a lot of persons were anticipating, when is the launch? When is the launch? Why are you all taking so long? But it's a lot of work that goes into preparing just to bring it to market. But I must say last night was really full of excitement.
He said even though he was excited about the launch, the relevant authorities continue to make the same mistakes. He expressed concern that despite the growth and potential of the festival, key issues, particularly in marketing and promotion, remains unaddressed, hindering the event from reaching its full impact.
Where the disappointment comes in particular is the authorities that are in charge of Carnival, that would have announced Carnival over 3 years ago and said that Tobago will have its own Carnival in October. We are making the same mistakes. I shouldn't say we, they are making the same mistakes again, right? We are into year 4, and at the end of year 3, TOCA, we had a responsibility to submit a report on our assessment of the Carnival, pros, cons, and those sort of things, and we did that.
Sandy suggested that a proper assessment of previous carnivals be done, as the lack of evaluation continues to hinder the growth and success of the event. Iconic Mass early launch signals the start of 2025 Tobago October Carnival, carded for October 24th to 26th. This is AMPLIA Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
More news and the weather up next.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
The Tobago Heritage Festival 2025 this week has the highly anticipated Folk Fiesta on Tuesday, July 15th at the Shore Park Complex from 3 p.m. We Tambourine Story 2, July 16th at the Hope Community Center. Youth Quake, July 17th at the Shore Park Complex. Courtship Codes, July 18th at the Golden Lane Government Primary School. Tobago Old Time Wedding in Mariah, July 19th. And then we head to Mason Hall on Sunday, July 20th for the games we used to play.
Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met office tonight, fair to partly cloudy with a few scattered showers. Winds may gust at times, especially in the vicinity of showers. Tonight's temperature is expected to be at 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, sunny, hazy, and at times breezy in most areas, with a medium chance of a few isolated showers favoring southwestern areas. A mostly fair night is predicted despite the odd shower. The forecast low for Thursday is 25 degrees Celsius with a high of 31 degrees Celsius and the heat index at 34 degrees Celsius. Seas are expected to be moderate with waves 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is expected at 5:48 and the sunset at 6:30. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. There's a recap of our headlines. The THA takes swift action to clean up beaches of Sargasm. Tobago police crack down on drug trafficking with recent busts. Police warn Tobagonians to beware of sophisticated scams which are draining bank accounts. And the Tobago Aqua Warriors bag medals and set new records at a recent swim meet. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.